last night was the season finale of Mariah's World. So let's get to it. So the opening scene starts out with the crew, or the family, as Mariah likes to call them, on a outing with everyone getting a little R&R. It looks like they were at some kind of petting zoo or something like that, but everybody was in attendance. Everybody was relaxed. Everybody was happy. Everybody was having a good time. But that was on the surface. Because what really was going on is that we were in the middle of a full-blown romantic movie being taped. The movie, appropriately entitled Always and Forever by Heatwave. You remember that song? Always and forever. Now, I know Mariah. I'm trying to get a point across here. My point is these two were in a full-blown love mode. That's just what it was. I mean, it was no denying it. It was riveting to watch. Had my Kleenex next to me because I was crying. It was like a full-on romantic movie. Parts were touching. It was captivating at best. And so, but the whole family was there, she puts it, which leads me to my next scene. So we all know Mariah likes to call her crew family. And I feel that if they're going to be a family, then everybody has to have a family role. And so I'm going to go ahead myself, I'm not waiting for Mariah, and start handing out some titles here. And that would mean that Stella is full on the patriarch of the family, aka Mama Bear. She makes sure this ship runs smoothly. There's no problems. If there's a problem, she's going to handle it. She is full on Mama Bear. And at first I was a little intimidated by Mama Bear because I was just like, this girl's like a drill sergeant. But as the season progressed, she started showing a little sensitive side to her, like all mothers do. They have that little sensitive side. And somehow Tanaka has wormed his little way into Mama Bear, aka Stella, into her heart. I mean, and I don't think she's faking it. I'm thinking because she did everything in her power to block this relationship, which she's supposed to do. Like, that's your job, Stella. That's what you're supposed to do. But he just got around everybody. I don't know how he did it. I mean, I got to study. I don't know how he did it. But the next scene is with you and Tanaka, and you are basically offering him the position of co-creative choreographer director. I don't know what it was. It was some long title. You even gave him a new long title. But basically, it was offering him a promotion, which I'm thinking in Mariah's head, because it was like the last concert, and Mariah was, she's probably in the room by herself, in the leotard, she loved the leotard, thinking, my little love bunny, I don't know what pet name she gave, he is not going anywhere. So at this point, she was still with James, but he was clearly breaking down. But she was like, so I don't know what's going to go on with me and James, but Love Bunny need to be in the building. Love Bunny might leave, so I got to give Love Bunny an offer he can't refuse. And that's exactly what you did. And he seemed shocked by the offer. I mean, the boy was like humbled by it. He was like, me? Okay, I'll take it. And then immediately he thought, ooh, I don't want to step on Anthony's toes. And at this point, Mama Bear, aka Stella, was basically like, don't worry about Anthony. I'll handle that. This gets her in a little trouble a little later on. But right then, she had to console Tanaka, because immediately he really did think about his buddy. But when Stella told him, don't worry about it, I got it, she's Mama Drill Sergeant Bear. And when she says she's got it, I'm not going to worry about it. Because if Stella says she's got it, she got it. So he was very flattered. And this made him, so Mariah's plan worked. He took the offer, which means he would stay around, which is really weird because the offer that she gave him was to a show performance that they had in Vegas. Now, which coincidentally, I went to. I saw that show. So I'm going to put the picture up so you could see me at this concert, which was very, very good. So I don't know how much you choreographed it, Tanaka, or if you and Anthony did it together, but the show was very good. This was way before I knew there would be a Mariah's World, because remember, I didn't even know they were having a show. So I'll put those pictures up because that's a weird coincidence. But let's move on to our next scene. So the next scene was with the twins, Mariah, and their father, Nick Cannon. Now, this is the most important scene to me of the episode because it was just full of tension. And the tension was coming from me because Nick Cannon, what the hell was on your head? When they first flashed the camera to Nick, he had this Aunt Jemima rag on his head. Like, what the hell was on your head? I almost fainted. I was like, what the? What he had on his head should have been illegal. Like, Nick Cannon should be in jail right now for that. I don't even know what to call it. Hot ass mess. That's what I'm with that for that hot ass mess on his head. Like, was this your idea? Was this a dare? Was it a joke? I'm gonna need some explanation for this damn slave looking head wrap. Like, what? I don't even think women. You know how black women always tie their hair up when they go to bed. They wouldn't even wear this. Like, what the hell is on Nick Cannon's head? Mariah, how could you let the cameras film him in this damn, I don't know what to call it. Oh, I can't, after all our people been through, Nick. Like, we've been through so much. This is how you represent us. In this damn, there's no excuse. I almost fast forward, but I couldn't. Because the kids was in the scene. Now, I love Mariah's kids. So I was conflicted. Do I fast forward and get past this ridiculousness? Or do I keep watching? So I forced myself through it. But I wasn't happy about it. Like, I bet not ever see you in this head wrap again, Nick. I don't understand it. Like, what? What? It's selfish. It is selfish to walk around with this rag on your head. Like, you don't care about nobody's eyes but your own. I don't even know. Did you walk past the mirror before you came out in public with that damn thing on your head? Enough on the head wrap. I got to get it. Let's move on to the next scene because I'm still mad every time I think about it. Moving on. The next scene is the whole James Packer breakup scene. Now, this scene is the second most important scene of the episode, but it still falls behind that damn Nick Cannon and that damn Aunt Jemima rag he had on his head. But this was the serious scene, the second most, because Nick, that head is a serious situation. Now, I don't believe for 1 second that Mariah broke up with James. I just, there's something in me just won't let me believe it. I do not believe it. Even if she was thinking it or mildly brought it up, because men like Tommy Mottola and James Packer, you don't break up with them. They break up with your ass. And I'll give you an example. You could be like, James, you know, this is very difficult. I don't see how this is working. He'll flip the script. He'll be like, I was thinking the same thing. And my lawyers need to contact. He will flip the script. So if it went down that you mentioned it first, he still didn't break up. You still didn't break up with him. He broke up with you. If he was like thinking about, I'm tired of this your friendly relationship with this dancer, and I'm tired of you having to schedule some time for me, and I'm tired of going to you when you know your job should be coming to me because I am the billionaire. Whatever went down, James Packer broke up with you. Because that's just how I go when they're that powerful. They break up with you. And you seemed a little sad over it. But this was I hate to, because nobody likes it when relationships come to an end. This was a blessing in disguise. This relationship was not going to work, Mariah. Even though it was the responsible thing to do, like no woman should let a billionaire out of her presence. But as I said in the last episode, you're Mariah Carey. You have your own coin. You have a very different lifestyle than the average woman. You would not be able to fulfill everything that he needed, which is you on call when he's ready to see you. And there's nothing wrong with being on call. I'm not shading anybody that is married to a powerful man with a lot of money. You have to be on call for them. That's just how it is. Mariah couldn't fulfill that need in him. So no matter how sad you were and everything that happened, and also it's embarrassing in the public that you were engaged, now you're not. I'm glad it took place because this was not going to work. Simply put, you did not need a Tommy Mottola 2.0. And even though he was nicer than Tommy, and you got along with him, you just couldn't marry him. It just wasn't going to work. So, I'm sorry to see the breakup, and I see that you guys edited very carefully. James was nowhere around in the editing process. I don't know if it's because you wanted the breakup to seem amicable, or if you were scared you're gonna get sued, because men with a lot of money, you don't know what they gonna do if they don't like it. So they'll take your ass to court. So with all that being said, I know behind the scenes it was much more turmoil going on. At the end of the day, it was the best thing for you. I know it doesn't sound good when someone else said it was the best thing, because you're like, you don't even know me. It was the best thing. This was not going to last. So let's move on to our final scene. So in the beginning of the show, I was just like Stella. I was like, this relationship cannot happen. Like, this will not, over my dead body will this happen. I understood everybody else is thinking like, no, this can't happen. The situation she was in with James, he was one of her dancers. It just didn't look like this should have been a relationship. So I fought it just like everybody else. But I quickly caught on. I caught on before Stella. I was like, there's no stopping this. This is what it is. Because of the things she needs out of life, he has. She didn't have a childhood, so she's attracted to fun and a good time. She needed to be nurtured. He's all those things. And he ain't bad on the eyes. He's very, very cute. And if he was just cute, this probably wouldn't have happened. She needed someone with the qualities that he has. He gets along with the other dancers. And speaking of the other dancers, like Anthony, I was glad that you got on board rather quickly with the whole co-creative choreographer, director, whatever it was. Because if you didn't get on board, this relationship was going to happen no matter what. And so if you would have gave her a hard time or pouted or forgot that you were friends with him and had an attitude, your ass would have been gone. Because this relationship had got to the point where either people are on board and support our union or your ass is out. So I'm glad that you got on board rather quickly because you didn't want to be out. That's a good job. And you do get along with him. And I don't think Tanaka's gonna get egotistical at all. I really don't. I think he's about the fun and the good time and good, I'm just glad you got on board. But with that being said, this relationship was meant to happen and nobody was stopping it. Maybe that's what James seen. It was no stopping it. So I had to come to terms with it in my head. I was like writing down the pros and the cons. I was like, well, they do seem to get along. He seems to really care for her. He seems to really, he's good to have around as far as his attitude and things like that. Then also he's a dancer. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a I'm done with that title. He's a dancer. And this is very important because Mariah is a entertainer. She goes on the road a lot. He can go with her. It's like, I didn't understand. I don't be understanding these celebrity relationships when they be like seeing their husbands or their boyfriends like once a month. Like that, no relationship can last like that. That's why the divorce rate in Hollywood is sky high, because something's wrong with them people. Like, if you are going to be in a relationship, you have to be in the relationship every single day. So, and his job matches her job. So they're going to be together. They're going to be creative together. It just makes sense. That stands a chance of lasting longer than I see you when I have the time. That doesn't work. And then they have this weird twirl thing going on. Like, she likes to be twirled. He likes twirling her. It's insane. They be like, is it twirl time? Twirl time. And he'll run over, pick her up, twirl her around. Like, the twirl time don't match, wouldn't work with everybody else. Like, if my husband picked my ass up, I'd be like, put me down. What the hell you doing? You ain't dropping my ass. They love twirl time. It has gotten so bad that they ain't even got to say it. They just look at each other. They're thinking they're here, twirl time. And run to her, pick her up, twirl her around, dip her, and then go on back to the rest of their day. It's insane. But that means they have the ability to know what the other one is thinking. This is weird. Because twirl time will not work for everybody. So this relationship finally happened. It was going to happen no matter what anyone said. So with that being said, I really enjoyed this season. Congratulations, you two. I really hope it works out. I really hope that Mama Bear can come up with some kind of scheme to get Mariah to do a second season. Now, I knew way back, a couple episodes back, like, I need a second season. This is not enough, because I enjoyed this show. It was entertaining. It was full of emotion. It was a teaching tool of what people do on tour. It was everything. I really enjoyed it. So I hope this isn't the final season. We'll call it whatever you want. Mariah, I know you don't like the word reality show. We're going to need some more documentary to go for another season. But congratulations, E. You have a huge hit on your hands. I love the show. Thanks for letting us in your world, Mariah. Until then, talk to you next time. Bye.